Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Make It Make, where I always try to say, if you can't get it to make, then make it make. And today I just want to talk to you about all things cast iron. I have a 10-inch cast iron skillet that is my go-to. I use this pretty much every single day to make breakfast. I mean, you can make desserts with it. I mean, there's so many things you can do with this skillet. And so it's just pretty much been my go-to. We're gonna cook a deer steak on it and some eggs, then how to re-season it again. Then, I'm so excited about this one. This is a 12-inch large cast iron skillet. And I really needed to upgrade because, I mean, the 10-inch is great. I love it, but we're kind of outgrowing it. I mean, we make a lot of eggs, and this can fit a lot of eggs, but when you want to make eggs and bacon or something else in it, you need a bigger skillet. So we upgraded this, and what I'm going to show you is when you buy a cast iron skillet from the store, how to season it and get it ready for the first item that you want to cook. And then the next thing is the beast. I haven't used my Dutch oven in so long, and as you can see, it has been exposed to the elements, I mean, just for way too long. I mean, cast iron will naturally rust as long as it is exposed to any type of moisture or water, and this just has, and it's an absolute mess. We're gonna refurbish this today, and I'm gonna show you how to do that as well.
First up, how to season new cast iron. The first thing you want to do is scour your skillet. Now in this case, because we are stripping everything down, you can use a little bit of soap to help with that. If you want to stay away from soap, you can use some baking soda. But in this case, since it's the beginning and we are going to be reseasoning it, a little soap is okay. Rinse your pan and make sure it is completely dry. You can use a kitchen cloth or put it on a low heat setting on top of your stove until all the moisture is evaporated. Now you can season your pan with the oil of your choice. You want to use a lint-free rag to spread the oil around. A little oil goes a really long way, so you really don't need much. If anything, after I'm done spreading the oil on the pan, I'll go back over it with a paper towel and get any excess that is left. The last thing you want is a pan dripping oil. Set the oven to 450 degrees for 1 hour. Place your skillet upside down and make sure there is some foil underneath just in case for drippings. You can repeat this process 2 to 3 times and you will have a nice, well-seasoned skillet. Next up is this beast Dutch oven. Let me tell you what, guys, I love this Dutch oven, but I was not looking forward to restoring this. It had been outside for at least 2 years, so you can imagine the amount of corrosion that was on it and rust, and I'm just not looking forward to doing it, but it's going to be worth it in the end. The first thing I did was clear and gather all of this debris and whatever this was inside the Dutch oven and just got rid of it. I filled the sink with super hot water and vinegar. At this point, I was like, oh my gosh, I just need to soak this and let it sit for at least an hour before I started working on it. The base of the Dutch oven was not as bad as the lid, thankfully, so I just filled it up with some super hot water and baking soda to help with some abrasion and also to help with any type of odor or smell. And then pretty much I just got to work and started scouring. And work it really was. It took me quite a while to get all of the rust off. And that's to be expected because, it's been outside for about 2 years. So pretty much I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed until I got as much of the rust off as I could. After soaking the lid, I took some baking soda and pretty much I just made a paste with it and I massaged it into the cast iron and rubbed it and scoured it until I can get as much of the rust and residue off. When I was finally done, I just gave it a good rinse and I dried it with a kitchen towel. If you want to get it really dry, again, you can put it on the stove top at a low heat setting until all the moisture is gone.
Okay, so the Dutch oven here is completely dry. There is no more moisture in here, so now I'm just gonna add some olive oil to do my seasoning. And just a little bit, because it goes a long way. And I have a rag here. This is a lint-free rag that I use. That way, you know, no lint or any type of shreddings or anything like that get on here. It's already starting to look restored to some pretty cast iron. And when you are reseasoning, you want to do the whole pot, not just the inside. You want to do the outside as well, the handles, the whole pot.
When you are done, place the Dutch oven in the oven at 450 degrees for 1 hour, and you can repeat this process up to 2 to 3 times until it is well seasoned. And I don't know about you, but oh my word, I was so excited to see how well the cast iron turned out. It is just fully restored and turned out a lot better than I thought. After making the deer steaks, my skillet is pretty dirty. This is the daily upkeep and routine that I have after I have cooked something on my cast iron. I typically take it to the kitchen sink, I scour it, and sometimes I'll use baking soda if I feel like there is an odor, but nothing else other than that. Then I want to make sure that my cast iron is completely and 100% dry. And sometimes I'll just use a kitchen towel and let it air out. Other times I'll put it right on the stove and allow the water to just evaporate. Then I oil and it is ready for the next time I cook. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video on how to maintain, how to restore, and how to season a brand new cast iron skillet.